What is the origin of the horoscopes or the zodiac signs? This is the horoscopes or zodiac signs is a big thing even now. There are hundreds of millions of people who believe in the zodiac signs, and people will be like, if you are born in a certain month of the year, then this will be your personality, or this is what is likely to happen in your life, and things like that. So it's still a huge thing. Even with the internet, before the internet, newspapers will have sections of where these were shared, or some messages will be written and people read those messages depending on the month of the year when they are born. So it's still a huge thing up to date. In fact, there are people who seriously believe that if you are born in a certain month of the year, then this has to be the person you become. They will even think that they can tell who you are by just knowing when or which month of the year you were born. Herodotus, in his book Histories, does give us or tell us the origin of that. And he says categorically that it is the Egyptians who invented that thing. The way he talks about it seems like it wasn't something that was with other nations. Even though when you read other sources, some sources will say, oh, the ancient Babylonians and the ancient Greeks were like the first ones to have that. But when you read Herodotus' book, and Herodotus was a Greek, I think, he writes this down that it was the Egyptian who started this. So if the Greeks and the Babylonians and other people around the world did pick it up, and in fact other people picked it up, and that's why we still have the zodiac sign and the horoscopes to date, they must have learned it from the Egyptians. Now I'll read what Herodotus says. He says, these other things were also invented by the Egyptians. Each month and a day is assigned to some particular god, and according to the day on which each person is born, they determine what will befall him, how he will die, and what kind of a person he will be. And these things the Grecian poets have made use of. So it tells us that it is the Egyptians who invented this, but then Greek poets in particular seems like could be that it's the poets who spread this among the population in the Greek city-states, picked it up and included it in their poetry and things like that. So the horoscope, we can say, at least going by what Herodotus writes, that they started with the Egyptians.